Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, if this is your first time clicking on my channel, thank you so much for deciding to do that. I'm really grateful. And for my returning subscribers, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for sticking with me. Okay, so guys, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I found out I was pregnant and the signs, the symptoms, and the updates, actually just everything that I experienced and I felt before I kind of like suspected I was pregnant, before I went for the test. Just everything about my 4 to 6 weeks pregnancy experience. Okay, let's start it. Hey guys, I'm pregnant. I'm excited, and yeah, I'm excited. So trust me, I'm not expressing my happiness the way I feel or the way I should. So yeah, but just know that I'm happy. Okay, so how do I even start? Okay, you know, normally when you have your period, you're going to have cramps. I don't know if everybody does, but I do have cramps. On this particular day, I was feeling pain in my stomach and it was cramp, but then I knew it's not yet that time of the month, so why? I was like, okay, maybe, you know, sometimes it will happen before, just to like give you notice that hey, I'm coming. I said okay. I was waiting for the particular day when I should expect it, and that day reached, nothing came out. I was like, okay, no problem. Sometimes it's always a day late or 2 days tops. So first day came by, went, nothing. Second day came, went, nothing. But the cramps was on a serious level. Like it was, the pain was like times 5 of what it usually was. But then I'm not seeing anything. So it was, I was like, what is happening? I'm not understanding. I was like, okay, should I go and see a doctor? Because I'm not the kind of person, I don't take drugs for the pains or whatever. So I knew that if this pain continued, I'll definitely have to go to a hospital, not just go to a chemist, because I know if I go to chemist, they'll just give me drugs. And I don't take all those kind of prescriptions and all of that. So, and then I was always feeling bloated, like, oh god. I was always feeling bloated. I was like, what is happening? Nothing came to my mind though. I'm not even going to lie. It was like the 3rd day. Okay, I was like, let me just give it 5 days. If it doesn't show up, if the pain doesn't stop, then I think I have to like suspect what I should obviously suspect. Then that was when the bloating now started. I'll just stay, my stomach will feel like I was pumped, like gas was pumped inside of me. Oh my god, I was so uncomfortable and all of that. And then I couldn't even wait for the 5th day. Like I was like, no. I need to get an explanation for this. So I went to a lab and I ran, of course, pregnancy test. I wanted to buy the test tube stuff, but then I was like, with the way I'm anxious and with the pains I'm feeling, it might not even be correct. And obviously if that thing tells me negative, then I'll be more worried. That means something is really wrong with me. So I just let me go straight to the lab and get the results. So I tested and I asked them when I'll get the result. They said I should come back in the evening, later in the day anyways. So I think they said in the next 1 hour, but because I had somewhere to go, I had to go later in the day to collect it. And I opened it. It said positive. And I tested positive. Saying it like that is like, it's weird. Please, I got the pregnancy test and it was positive. I tested positive sounded weird anyway. So yeah. And I was happy, you know, that kind of, okay, at least I know this is what my problem is. So yeah, I asked them like how far gone. She now said that you can't know from blood test, that it will be scan. I'll have to go for a scan to be able to know how far gone I was. So I made research. They said I have to like go for a scan when I'm 8 weeks, and I knew that I can't be 8 weeks, like it's not even possible. Like I saw my period like last month, so it's not even possible to the best of my knowledge. Though I know some people say they were seeing their periods and they are still pregnant, but in my mind it was not possible. So I knew that I can't even go for a scan anyways. So I called my mom and I told her, and she asked me when last I saw my period. I told her. She said, that means I'll be like maybe 4 weeks gone or thereabouts. So I said okay. But before then, oh my god, these babies here dealt with me. Oh my god, they were so sore and tender. Like I couldn't even touch them by myself. Like if my hand mistakenly touches it, the kind of pain, like my hand is even big deal, sir. Breeze, like there's a kind of breeze that will pass it, I'll feel pain. It was so sore, so tender. And then my joints, oh my god, my joints and my bones, I felt like I was run over by a trailer, by a truck. God, like it was not even funny. And I went online, I was searching signs, symptoms. Like I was seeing some of them, but I wasn't seeing everything I was feeling. I was like, why is my own so different? Like, why is everything happening to me? I was feeling very bloated, like there was lots of gas in my system. Oh my, in my stomach. Okay, I didn't have morning sickness, and that was like what Google was always saying. You have morning sickness, you have I said morning sickness, call. I'm not having any morning sickness. Tell me what is wrong with me. Like, you get that point. So oh my god, I couldn't even stand up because of the pains like on my joint. You know this, the first time you go to a gym, if you feel like your joints and bones are broken, that was exactly the feeling I was having. So the major symptoms I was having were the cramps. I was having serious, like severe stomach pain, like cramps. Because if I say stomach pain, you might not even understand the type of pain. It was like cramps, but a more serious, it was a higher level of cramp. So I was having cramps. I was feeling very bloated with lots of gas in my stomach. My joints and my bones were, oh my god, the pain was something else. Like I couldn't move my body, I couldn't, it was just so much. And then I had tender boobs. Like it was so tender and so sore and swollen. The thing is, if to say I do not go for that test, I'll be very angry. But because you know you're feeling all those things and then you know the reason, I'm like, oh my god, I'm excited. But then, oh my god, this is too much. So I had to like endure. I'll call my mom and complain. She say I cannot take any drugs. Like there's no drug she recommend for me. That is normal. It's going to stop. That she don't worry. That before you know it, it will subside. Every day something new is coming up because all of them they come at the same time. So I was complaining of the bloating and the gas. The next day I woke up with joint pain. The next day my bones joint. Like you get that kind of every day you just wake up and you're like, okay, what's next? What's in for me today? Something new. It was not funny, but you know you're going through all these things, but then you're happy. And then I was like, I want to go for a scan. She said it's not yet time. That I should just calm down. That I should wait. So I couldn't. I waited for like I think a week or 2 weeks more. Then I went to the hospital to register for antenatal and all of that. After I registered, I met with the doctor. He now asked me when last I saw my period. I told him, he calculated it and told me I was 7 weeks gone and that I can't run a scan, that it has to be like 8 weeks. Then he now booked an appointment for me to come back in the next 2 weeks for my scan and all of that. he now and I complained of everything. He told me that it's a normal thing. That he actually laughed at me, self. That's one of the funny parts. He laughed at me and told me that it's a normal thing. But and I also told him I was having headache. So he now told me to recommended. He now directed me to their lab. I ran some tests. It happened to be that I had little malaria. They said they were not going to give me drugs. They had to like give me injections. So I was going there for like 3 days, and I took injection for 3 days, and the headache actually stopped. Then they gave me routine drugs that I don't know what the drugs are doing for me, because everything was still doing me. But they said the drug is not for what it's doing me, just to help build my hormones and, you know, make my body ready for what is coming up inside of it. So he now told me that she don't worry, that by the time that all this thing comes in phases and in stages, that when I pass this first stage, all these problems are going to stop. At least some of them will stop. That was what he said. He said, oh, then later said at least some of them. I was like, not all of them. He said I should don't worry, but when I enter the next stage, I'll understand what he's talking about. So I was patiently waiting for the next stage. So yeah, that's my 4 to 6 weeks experience. And definitely when I mature into the 7th week, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, I think I'll give you guys 7 to 9 weeks experience. And yeah, so we're having a pregnancy series, a pregnancy series. Okay, I'll give you guys my pregnancy update. So for now, this is the week 4 to 6. These are what I felt and how I found out I was pregnant. And yeah, so in case you learned something, or maybe you just enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. And I hope to see you guys in the comment section. If you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe, so you'll be able to know when I upload my next videos. Of course, it's not just going to be the updates. I'm also going to be, you know, giving you other content and other types of videos. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye.